Yes. So, first weekly forecast for 2026. So, yeah, time of recording this is Saturday, the 3rd of January 2026. And I'm just going to be running over what I'm looking for the first trading week of the year. So, going to start on DXY. Now, the monthly time frame, as we can see, we are higher time frame bearish. For now, we have seen November's candle sweep this swing high here, and then we've seen an expansion down. Now, price, as we can see, has closed below this bullish fair value gap just here. So pretty much what I'm looking for this January candle is to trade up. Not this January candle. This is January candle. Sorry, January candle. Look for the January candle to trade up into this area here, set pretty much a high of the month, and then to continue expansion down to at least December's low and also October's low here. So that's from a high time frame point of view. Now, if I drop down on to the daily, so this is the monthly fair value gap which I just spoke about that prices closed through. We can see that kind of this daily buy side objective here aligns with price to kind of retest this area, trade up above these equal highs here into this daily fair value gap, set that high and then trade lower. So that is my bias for DXY for now. I will look for possible buys up into this area, but like I said, on the daily time frame, from the first kind of week of Jan or the first few days of the end of December and start of Jan, we've seen DXY disrespect this daily bearish value gap. So again, pretty much what I want to see moving into next week is for DXY to maybe start trading a little bit lower, set that low of the week, and then for DXY to trade higher into this area here. So that will be my daily buy side objective. And then, like I've spoken about, I'm not going to get too far ahead of me, but we'll see how price reacts once we take out these highs. So yeah, that's my main outlook for the week ahead on DXY. Now, moving that over to Euro, again, monthly time frame, we can see that for now, again, we are still bullish. November set that low. We've then seen December expand higher. Then looking for, again, the same thing for Euro to trade higher in line with DXY. But for now, I'm looking for a move into this weekly fair value gap. So that's what I'm looking for on Euro. We can see that we're trading lower. We've created this, or broken through this 12-hour fair value gap, and then we've retested it again. So Euro looks like it may pretty much meet the weekly fair value gap before DXY meets this this fair value gap just here. We'll carry on looking for sells on Euro until we meet this objective just here. Like I said, ideally we trade a bit higher at the start of the week, set that high of the week, and then we can trade lower into this weekly fair value gap just here. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for on EU. Maybe a sweep of these highs just here. And then we can look for that high of the week to then get in line with the shorts down to this weekly fair value gap. So yeah, that's my analysis. And then finally GU as well. So GU looks a bit more aggressive to the upside than EU at the minute. So again, monthly time frame, we can see that we are swept below these lows into this monthly fair value gap just here. And then ultimately what we're looking for higher time frame wise is for GU to trade higher to take out these highs. Obviously we can see overall that we're in a bullish trend at the minute, and I'll be looking for these highs to go next. So again, weekly time frame wise, kind of seeing for now this weekly expansion. I would expect some sort of pullback, but for now currently GU is respecting this daily bullish fair value gap just here. So yeah, continuing looking for buys on GU moving into next week. We can see that we've had this manipulation below this low just here, setting this low and then expansion higher. But for now, kind of on GU, like I'm expecting EU to trade lower. So I kind of don't really want to have conflicting biases on Euro and GU. So like I said, if nothing's clear, then I won't look to force anything, especially with it being only the first week of or first trading week of January. We can see that EJ is bearish for now. So obviously that reflects on EU that we've got a weaker euro and currently a stronger GU. Obviously, I normally use EJ to kind of decide which pair I'm going to look for with euro and GU. So that's just another confluence what I use as well. But yeah, that's my weekly forecast. Like I said, recording this on the weekend of Saturday the 2nd of January. And yeah, we'll see how the forecast plays out and when I next record a video when I'm looking for a position. Time of recording this is Monday at 10 to 8. Now, as mentioned in the forecast on DXY, I was looking for an expansion up into this daily bearish fair value gap, taking out these equal highs. Like I said, we closed above this daily bearish fair value gap, and then I was looking for buys up until we take out these swing highs here. So as you can see, we got this on market open. We had some news over the weekend in regards to Trump and the US, which is the reason for this expansion, most likely. Like I said, I was looking for some sort of pullback to then take longs on DXY. But yeah, first trading week of the year, not going to rush anything. Good to see the buyers has played out. Now for me, it's just waiting for the next step. So currently on DXY, like I've said, looking for that next leg down. The news which has come out over the weekend may affect this, as we may see some DXY strength continue. However, just waiting for this area now to see whether we respect this daily bearish fair value gap and we start to trade lower from here. Ideally for me, I would like to see this expansion from the market open. I would like to see this disrespected. I don't usually trade Mondays, so more than likely I will be taking it quite easy. But that's the first signs I want to see of this area holding this 4-hour fair value gap disrespected, excuse me. Or for something, say we create Monday's high here, Tuesday we get a sweep of Monday's high and then close back below, and then I would look for that expansion lower. Same thing on euro. Again, what I was looking for was this area here that we traded below to then retest like we did on Friday and then trade lower. And we got the same thing on market open just here, where we just see price kind of push to the downside without any entry. We have now tapped into this weekly fair value gap, and as you can see, this weekly candle has, as soon as it's open, we've pushed down. So this low here could be creating the low of this candle, and then we could start to see euro trade higher, and then for this bearish candle to flip and expand up to these highs. So that is what I'm waiting for. Like I said, now we've traded into this weekly fair value gap. It's now just waiting for the next move. Same thing on DXY, but the opposite. What I would want to see at the start will be for this bearish expansion to be disrespected. Either two cases again, either we expand from here, create that low of the week, and then start to see that bullish order flow kick in, or we trade kind of range on Monday and then we see a sweep of Monday's low, and then that true expansion to the upside. So they're the two moves I'm waiting for in the market at the minute, and I'll update you if I look to get into any positions. Good morning. So time of recording this is Tuesday morning. We've just hit London Open, and yeah, yesterday what we've had is that expansion up from this daily fair value gap. So this is what I was speaking about, wanting to see how price would react to this zone. Now we can clearly see that we've potentially set the low of the week on euro, and we can start to see some more expansion to the upside. Now, what I am looking for, once I saw the markets last night towards the end of the day, I was looking for price to create this 4-hour fair value gap, price to trade into it and then expand up. We got this in Asia session last night, or just before Asia at 12 o'clock. But what I'm looking for now is pretty much the second leg. So I'm looking for a second sweep, or a sweep of this low just here. Looking for price to trade lower in London, give that sweep of Asia low, and then I'm looking to get into longs on euro. So yeah, happy with Monday being the low of the week, with how we've reacted yesterday. And now again on DXY, I'm looking for the same thing. At the minute we've printed these equal lows, which I'm liking. So we've got a Friday low just here. Ideally we keep these lows. So ideally we trade up from here in London and we get another sweep above Asia high. And then I'm looking for a high of the day to be set within this area. And then once I'm happy with the high of the day, I will execute on Euro longs and potentially GU as well. Now looking at EJ is very weak, which suggests pound is the stronger pair. Looking at it, yes, it is. However, we've already meeting the draw on liquidity being these highs here. So yes, we could still see longs on pound, and I won't monitor pound. But for me, the framework on euro seems nicer. It may just struggle to gain more strength. But hopefully EJ is a pair where it does tend to range quite a bit. So yeah, that's what I'm currently looking for, and I'll update you whether I get into any positions. So I've just executed this swing long on euro. So pretty much the framework behind this, as mentioned this morning, I was looking for a move to take out this low which was created last night back into this H4 bullish for value gap. Now I'm happy with the low of the week, so playing this as a bit of a swing position. Of course, we have quite a bit of news this week and also NFP, so that's why I'm more interested in swings. I'm just going to kind of let this position run now. If we can create a intraday low of the day just here or around this area, then I will look to get into an intraday position targeting these highs here. But for now, this swing position here, looking to target 2R. But yeah, this is the position that I've currently just taken on my accounts. Hello, so just a quick update on the euro position now. Like I said yesterday, this is the positions I've entered. As you can see, not running the best, come very close to my stop loss. But yeah, one thing I am working on this year is to be content with the trades I take. I'm very happy with this position, with the framework overall. Like I said, we had that expansion on Monday, set the potential low of the week. Price then traded back into this 4-hour fair value gap, and I entered my position once we swept this low as well. So yeah, framework was lovely. The same on DXY as well. Like I said, I wanted price to keep Friday's low as liquidity. We then got a second run into this 4-hour fair value gap just here, and then I took my swing position based off this framework just here, being DXY setting the high of the week from Monday. So yeah, for now, just letting the position run. Quite likely that we will potentially hit stop loss. The only really last chance here is this 1 hour inverted fair value gap holding, which it is holding for now, but we will see. Potential New York reversal on the cards with London taking Asia lows and leaving Asia highs. So yeah, ideally I want to see price push up from here now, invert this 1 hour fair value gap and then take Asia highs and start to push up from here. But yeah, like I said, not much to update. Price has just kind of been ranging in drawdown, and yeah, I'll update you or update myself when we either hit take profit, stop loss, or we start to expand a little bit higher towards the objective. Yes. So SL on the euro swing, just taking me out just here. But yeah, happy with the framework of this trade. Yes, it's NFP this week, so price hasn't been the best. We've just been chopping around, slowly moving to the downside. I'll now be waiting for NFP on Friday to give me my next bias or make things a little bit clearer. But for me, yeah, same on DXY. We have really nice framework from Monday's price action for price to trade back into this area, but we've just just been trickling up to the upside, which is fine. Obviously, we're just leaving liquidity. Again, likely for NFP. So yeah, first trade of 2026, happy with the position, but a loss to start off the year. So yeah, next time I will probably update is after NFP, but likely just calling it a week here. Yes, so if anyone has gotten to the end of the video, hello. I hope you enjoyed the chart work. Obviously, first trading week of the year resulted in that euro long being a 1 hour trade. Is what it is. As I've said in the recordings, very happy with the execution and everything like that. But I wanted just to come on and explain that
what I'm going to be doing on this channel is pretty much posting a video at the end of each week if I do trade that week. My goal is to pretty much record all of my thoughts live in real time, from my forecasts to me entering the positions, to me looking for the positions, management, everything like that, end result. It may not be the most fancy content or the most engaging content, but I'm not doing this for views. I'm doing this to keep myself accountable, and then to also show the realities of trading. Now, as you may or may not know, in trading, the way I trade is 90% patience, 10% executing. A lot of the time you're just kind of sitting around waiting for your plan to present itself. So like I said, it might be useful for you to see my emotions in real time, me entering the positions and everything like that. But yeah, it's just a little goal I've given myself for the year, to try and stay on top of recording all of my thoughts live. It has helped me a lot. Journaling hasn't been my strongest point, but I feel like this type of journaling is good. And when you're recording yourself live and you know that it's going to be going onto YouTube, you make sure you stick to your plan. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if I trade next week, then there'll be another video. If not, then I will see you when I see you.